This gizzard stew tastes so good and it's filled with a lot of flavor. Let me show you how to make this, because I'm going to take you through the step-by-step process in making this gizzard stew. We want to start off by cutting our vegetables. Right here we have tomato, onions, pepper, and also garlic. And I want you to understand something, that if you want your stew to be sweet and tastes good, then you should use a lot of onions to make your stew. It's very important. You need a lot of onions to enhance the taste of your stew. Let's ensure that we cut our onions into sizes like this. And after cutting the onions, you just go ahead and also cut the tomato as well. Now, let me use this opportunity to thank you all for stopping by. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back to support this amazing community. Also, if you are a new timer, thank you so much for stopping by. And do not forget to watch this video to the very end, because it's going to be beneficial to you, your friends, and your family. At this stage, we are done cutting our onions and tomato. So into our pot, we want to go in with all of the things like the onions, the tomato, the pepper, the garlic. And if you have a baking pan, you can just transfer this into it, sprinkle some oil over it just like you see in this video, and you put it in your oven and you roast this for about 30 minutes or 15 minutes, depending on the quantity of ingredients you have here. But in this case, I'm just putting this on my coal pot and I'm going to just let it steam, and then I'll stir alternatively until I achieve whatever I want. Do not burn it when you keep it in the oven, else it can make your stew become very bitter, and we do not want that. While this is cooking, let's just go ahead and start prepping our gizzard. So in this video, this gizzard has already been cleaned and washed thoroughly. So you want to always wash your gizzard with some vinegar and baking soda. It's very important, and rinse it several times until the water becomes clear. So just do it that way. Now we want to transfer this gizzard into our cooking pot, and what we want to do at this stage is to marinate the gizzard. After we pack all of our washed gizzard into our cooking pot, we want to marinate it at this stage. And we are using some blended onions, garlic, and pepper here. I'll also introduce some chicken seasoning as well, because this is chicken gizzard. And I also added some ginger powder. I introduced salt at this stage, and you can do that as well. So all I want to do here is to mix these and taste it, and if it's just perfect for my taste, then I'll proceed to cover this and I'll let it also sit for a while. One thing you want to do here is that you do not want to add water at all, because our blended ingredients already have some amount of water, so we don't want to add more water. We want the gizzard to cook in its own juice. Now let's come back to this very ingredient. You can see it's cool and it's fine here, so I'll take it off the fire and I'll allow it to cool, and after it cools down, we are going to blend this into a puree. So we blend until smooth. However, if you have about 4 stoves, you can just go ahead and be multitasking at this stage. At this stage, we want to transfer the gizzard onto the fire, and then we cover it and allow it to cook in its own juice. At this stage, you can see right here that we did not add any water, but the gizzard has produced a lot of juice right here. And this is fine. This lets the gizzard maintain its taste, and it's able to cook until it becomes soft and tender. That's how we are going to do this. So let's just cover it again, and while we are at it, we'll now move on to cutting our vegetables. And these are some carrots and also some green bell peppers and some onions. At this stage, you want to cut them into your desired shapes and sizes. For me, this is how I normally cut my carrot. It's so easy for me to do it this way. So maybe you should have a look at it, and then you should do it this way in case you struggle to get a nice shape or a perfect shape. This is how I go by my own way. The gizzard at this stage is soft and tender, so what we are going to do is to set it aside and we proceed to making our stew. Until your pot on fire, just go in with some vegetable oil, and then you want to add enough to be able to help you fry your ingredients very well. You can later scoop the excess. So you introduce your onions to at this stage, and you want to stir this and let this fry. If you really love your onions to really go a bit darker, then go ahead and do it this way, but I prefer mine to be like this. So I introduce tomato paste, and I'm going to mix everything and allow the tomato paste to fry. It's important to always allow your tomato paste to fry, that way your stew tastes good. You know, we've already used enough onions, so if you fry your tomato paste very well, it's going to help to enhance the taste of your stew, and you will love it. Now, you remember the ingredients from earlier? Yes, this is what we've introduced into the stew, and we are going to stir. Because we've already pre-cooked these ingredients, after you fry your tomato paste very well, your stew shouldn't take long for it to like properly cook for you, because we've already worked on the ingredients. So they will not taste fresh, they'll taste so good, and they'll just suit in the stew. Now I want to introduce the gizzard. Note, I do not fry the gizzard. I'm just introducing it together with its stock, just like this. Now we mix this and ensure that everything is well coated with the stew. You want to cover this and you allow it to cook on low heat. Yes, let it cook on low heat. Don't stress it. Let it do it in minimal. Yes, and then I introduce some Maggi tablet and some homemade spice blend, and also salt. It's always good to add your gizzard before you introduce any other seasonings or salt, because you know we introduce some seasoning during the steaming of the gizzard, so you just want to make sure that you put your gizzard together with the stock before you taste and introduce your other seasonings. Introduce your vegetables of choice, and then allow these to cook for about 2 minutes, and by now your stew should just be ready. And I know you've watched to this very stage, and if you haven't subscribed or given me a like, kindly do so, and then share this video to your friends and loved ones. You can enjoy this flavorful gizzard stew with yam, rice, and a lot more. I hope that you love this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, stay safe. Bye.